I once booked out an entire month of mini sessions from a single wedding guest list. No ads, no Instagram reels, just one email to the people that had seen me in action at a wedding. And that one email turned into an extra $25,000 in 30 days. That was the moment I realized that weddings weren't just one booking. They're the start of a chain reaction that can keep you booked out all year long. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I turn every wedding into high school senior portrait sessions, family portrait sessions, fall mini sessions, even future engagement sessions, and best of all, future weddings. All of this by using simple systems that I use that you can implement today. Most photographers treat a wedding like the finish line. You book the couple, you shoot the engagement session, you shoot the wedding day, you deliver the photos in a gallery, you move on to the next client. But what if every wedding wasn't the end, but the beginning? Think about it. You have 100, 150, maybe 300 guests in a room, all watching you work live. And best of all, they've seen you work all day. They've thanked you for working so hard, and they've complimented you on how good of a job you're doing. What a great job you're doing. And to top it all off, they've seen the images of the wedding day. They already trust you more than any photographer they could ever dream or hope to find on Google. We need to use this to our advantage. And yet, most photographers just let all these people just slip away, never to be contacted or heard from again. I learned this lesson years ago at a wedding. The bride's youngest sister was about to graduate high school, and I only know this because she wanted to help her big sister out on the engagement session day, so she was there helping her with wardrobe changes and all that. So during the reception on the wedding day, I told my second shooter, hey, see the girl with the blue dress? Go take some fun photos of her and her girlfriends dancing together. Some good ones. And she went ahead and did that for me. When I delivered the gallery, the mother of the bride, first of all, she said how great the photos were of the wedding. She loved them. She was going to cherish them forever. She wants to order an album. Just standard procedure, pretty much every wedding that happens. Also, you captured my youngest so perfectly. Do you offer senior portraits? And the answer is yes, I did offer senior portraits. That one moment turned into her senior portrait sessions, which 4 years later turned into her college graduation photos. And throughout the years also, I've shot family photo sessions of them, holiday sessions, fall mini sessions, Easter sessions. Then came her engagement session, and 3 years ago was her wedding. That was the light bulb moment that I needed. That's when I realized I wasn't just photographing a couple, I was photographing their entire family, and I was showing their entire family what I could do for them. I was surrounded by potential future clients at every wedding that could book up my calendar year after year like clockwork. So how do you turn those guests into leads without being pushy? Here's my system. Number one, grant them access to the gallery. And this is how I do mine, right? I use PicTime. You can use PixieSet, PicTime, Shootproof, whatever gallery delivery system you use that. Each of them you can enter an email and then receive an email of when the gallery is ready. So when my clients book me, I create an empty gallery for them, right? Amber and Jesse's wedding. Then I email Amber and Jesse and I tell them, hey guys, I made a gallery for you guys. Please share this with your family and friends so they have access to the engagement session and the wedding when the photos are ready. Very easy. The best part about this is that everybody that signs up for the engagement session and later the wedding gallery, which we'll cover in a little bit, becomes a warm lead. Number two, first to see the gallery cards. At the sign-in table on the wedding day, typically there'll be some type of sign-in table where people are signing in or signing their engagement session book if they got that, something like this. You're gonna leave a 5x7 card on a V stand, a little plastic V stand. It's gonna have a QR code, and that QR code is to the future wedding gallery or also their current engagement gallery. You're gonna have, mine has I don't have it here with me, but it has a camera on it, a little camera, my logo. It says, want to see the wedding gallery as soon as it's ready? Scan the QR code and leave your email so you'll get notified. Right, something along those lines. Guests love it. They put their information in. They put other people that aren't even at the wedding's emails in, and they put other guests at the wedding. Number three, get the couple's help. Send them the link and tell them essentially what you do at the beginning. what I had mentioned in the beginning, have them send the link to everybody that they know and have them pre-register, right? That's what we call it, a pre-registration for the engagement session, pre-registration for the wedding. That's the verbiage that's on there. Pre-register to receive the images as soon as they're ready. Now, you're not giving them the wedding pictures for free, right? Obviously the couple gets it, but everybody else is buying prints or digital downloads. You're not saying they're gonna download the photos, you're saying that they're gonna see the photos. They have access to them. I remember at one wedding, there was maybe 200 people that signed up for the gallery out of 260 guests. So it was quite a big number. Within a week of sending that, I had booked 4 family sessions, I think it was, and 2 senior portraits. So, I mean, that's a few extra $1,000. And the way I did this is all I did was give people an easy way to connect with me. Easy way to find me, easy way to connect with me, easy way to see my work. One of my favorite examples of this system really working for me, and when I really had dialed it in, I had a very large fall wedding. So this was in August, and there were about 350 guests. I emailed the guest list about my annual fall mini sessions. So these were all going to take place the last 2 weeks of September and the month of October and November. Well, that one wedding filled my entire October calendar. And this is what I talked about earlier in the $25,000 month. At the time, my mini portrait sessions were about $350. And the way that I work my fall mini sessions, I shoot Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from about 3 p.m. to 6:30 or 7 p.m. Anyway, that gives me about 6 sessions per day that I can shoot. Well, at $350 times 6 sessions a day, times 3 days on that week, times 4 weeks, we're right over $25,000 just in pure mini sessions. That was the best month that I had ever had. And now I don't shoot at that price anymore. My sessions are more in the $650 range, but I shoot less, but I still make similar money, right? Because I don't want to necessarily have to edit 62 photo shoots or 25 photo shoots. All in all, I think it was about 70 families, 70 something, right? That one wedding filled my October so easily that I didn't have to do any cold outreach. I didn't have to chase inquiries. I didn't have to run fall mini session ads that year. It was just one automated email that went out to that guest list, and I attribute it that they had just received the wedding gallery a week or so before. So I was kind of top of mind, and they were excited that I could photograph them too. They already experienced it. It was fresh in their mind, our great party that we had, right? A great celebration for the couple. And this is where I realized every wedding is like a seed. You plant it, you nurture it, and you watch it grow and grow throughout the year, and multiple years later even. Now, here's where it gets really powerful. You can segment this list of emails into different categories. And these are my breakdowns of my segments. I segment it into families with kids. I want the fall mini sessions. I want the holiday cards. I want the yearly family photos. And families with younger kids are more likely to do that, in my experience. Although I get all ages of the kids. The next segment that I make is teens. I want senior portraits. I want prom sessions if you do that. I did do that. I don't do that anymore, but that's what I had done. I did senior portraits. I did proms. I did graduation shoots. Then those teens, after I shoot them, go into a college shoot if they end up going to college. Then I get the college graduation as well. I also segment it into young couples. So what do I want from them? I want engagement sessions, weddings, anniversaries, maternity sessions, which I don't do anymore, but that's another idea for you. Newborn sessions if you want. I don't do newborn sessions, but you can. Another thing to keep in mind, none of these sessions are advertised on my website. All of this business comes from weddings. When you go to my website, I think I have one maternity, but it's under portrait, but I have engagement sessions on there and weddings. That's it. There are no high school seniors. There's no fall mini sessions. None of that exists on my website because technically I only offer all those things to past guests. Then I'll also do a category of extended families, right? If you shoot reunions, you could do milestone celebrations. For example, I had a grandma reach out once after a wedding that about 4 months after the wedding, she was gonna have her 50th year anniversary with her husband, and she wanted to know if I could photograph that. The best part about it was that 50th celebration photo shoot turned into 5 more family portraits, 1 senior portrait, 1 brand photo job for one of the gals that owned a clothing business, which was my first time doing that. And best of all, it all came because I sent her the email to get access to the gallery. Something you can do today. You know what you could do? Right now it's October. You have a month and a half before Christmas. Take every single email from all your previous galleries and send them a fall mini session email, a way to book and a way to pay, and see what happens. Right? This is really what I call the ripple effect of wedding photography. And I know a lot of people don't want to shoot weddings, but they don't see the ease, other than shooting the wedding, the ease of business that comes after that wedding day. Right? That ripple effect is, I shot the wedding, and from that guest list, I sent an email to the guest list about other jobs that I do. And from that email, I booked a family portrait session. That family referred me to the neighbor. Those neighbors referred me to their friends, and on and on and on. It is a continuous circle of business. This is why I've always said that weddings are a gold mine. And I had to give it to my previous mentors. They instilled in me that, no, Brian, you can turn a wedding into thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And at the time, 20 years ago, I didn't believe them. And what do you know? You can. So why does all this work? The reason this all works is because the guests already trust you. The guests there have seen you maybe for 4 or 5 hours, but the bride and groom, the bridal party, the grandparents, you may have been with them since 11 o'clock that morning. You're going on hour 12 or 10. So the amount of rapport and trust that you've built with them and their guests is, I'm telling you, unmeasurable. And they've seen you live. They've seen you do it live. You're not faking it. You can't fake it. You're there. They even thanked you for what a great job you're doing. Remember that. It also works because you're not cold pitching strangers. These are super warm leads of people that you've built like, know, and trust with. This is all automated. I download the CSV of all the people on the list, or I go into PickTime. You can download all the emails in a CSV, put it through a CRM that automatically sends emails, or you can just go to each gallery of every wedding and send everything there. I have accumulated over 20,000 names and emails over my 20 years, right? So this includes portrait sessions. I also include the people I've shot portrait sessions with, engagement sessions with. Everybody on this list, on my email list, gets an email this time of year that it's time for a family photo session. And between the month of end of September and December, there's no reason you can't make an extra $50,000. Merry Christmas. Remember, every wedding compounds on future opportunities. And this is how I've been able to build a photography business that isn't just survival based. It's predictable, it's sustainable, and best of all, it's built on relationships, real relationships with people that have seen you do your work. If you want to know what to charge so that all these extra bookings actually become profitable, grab my pricing calculator. It'll show you exactly what your minimum price needs to be. The link is in the description. Also, leave me a comment on the types of videos you're interested in watching and learning. If I can make them, I will. Check out this next video. YouTube thinks you'll love it. Take care.